There are a few different opportunities that I get to really savor and appreciate in addition to all of the wonderful opportunities that I get to savor and appreciate in my day-to-day work here at Temple Beth Am. And one of the opportunities that I've been a part of over the past few months is I'm a part of what's known as the Senior Educators Cohort through an organization called M Squared, the Institute for Experiential Jewish Education, that brings together educators not just from all over the country, but really from all over the world. It's a group of about 36 of us. We just had our second seminar the week before last. There are people from Argentina, Finland, yes, there are Jews in Finland, Lithuania, like really from all over the world as we gather and learn and immerse ourselves in the modalities and techniques of this really interesting and compelling organization. And one of their core tenets as we move through this program is centering a value as a part of an educational offering. It's not just, well, what does the lineup of the program look like, or what's the space, or what should the snacks be, although snacks are very important, you don't have to tell me twice. But it's about what is the core value that we really want to be centering as a part of the programmatic opportunity. And within that, there's a recognition that any rich value, any core concept has within it core tensions. That it's not enough to just say, oh, spirituality, or oh, prayer, or oh, peoplehood. And okay, simple enough, we'll just do that. That in order to anchor a value in a program, you have to make sure, first and foremost, that you agree, have a shared understanding with the people that you're building that program with, what you mean when you say spirituality, prayer, peoplehood, etc., but recognizing that there's a core tension, multiple core tensions even, at the essence of any real value. And the one I want to talk about for just a couple of minutes this morning is that of community. If we were to go through and read everybody's mind, which would be an interesting thought experiment in and of itself, but we were to go around and read everybody's mind what we mean when we say community, I'm confident that everybody in this room would have a slightly different explanation. That's probably true. And one of the core tensions within community is this concept of the collective and the individual. We obviously would not be a community if we weren't thinking about collective, about all of us together, about the people in this room, about the members at Temple Beth Am, about our broader Los Angeles Jewish community, the worldwide Jew, and so on and so forth. And within any community, there are so many unique individuals, multiple unique individuals within that community, however broadly or narrowly you think about it. We're not just all mushed together as soon as you say community. We each have our own personal individual identities within the group. The tension between the individual and the collective when we talk about community is real. And I highlight this specific value, of course, because of what unfolds in this week's parasha, when Korach, as Bailey already spoke with us about, when Korach, before the Pac-Man nom 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 part, when Korach brings his rebellion against Moses and Aaron, and his core critique of their leadership is, are not all the people holy? Isn't everyone in this community holy? Why are you guys hogging all the leadership for yourselves? It should be all of ours, which particularly to our 21st century ears living in a democracy, we say, yeah, that sounds about right. It should be the case that everybody gets to have some ownership of what's happening in terms of the leadership. And so the rabbis, of course, play with this, go back and forth. What exactly is the problem with Korach's complaint, not just so that his claim is dismissed, but so that he is swallowed up by the earth like a Pac-Man? And Bailey, what does the earth say? Nom, nom, nom. Thank you so very much. That's right. And the Netivot Shalom, the Slonim Rebbe, who's really one of the most recent Hasidic masters, he dives in. I won't take you through all the back and forth of the textual logistics he goes through, but he says that ultimately It's because Korach and his followers are only emphasizing the individual. They're only talking about each individual one of the people. They're not seeing the larger whole. When they say all of them, all of the people are holy, he's ignoring the holiness of Moses and Aaron right in front of him. He's not seeing how all of us together are part of a larger collective, ultimately then seeing separateness rather than unity. There's no doubt that our tradition holds the role of the individual as essential in bringing about holiness in this world. One of my favorite teachings in the Talmud talks about how if you save a single soul, it's as if you have saved the entire world. Each one of us is a universe. We need each and every single one of us. And at the same time, we recognize the way in which we are part of something so much bigger than ourselves. As we were moving through our tefillot this morning, if you look at in the Ahava Rabbah, I know, it's a lot to take in. It's been a long morning. We're almost there. Kiddush is coming. When we look at Ahava Rabbah, and it says, V'yachad livenu le'ava u'lira et shemecha, that we bring our hearts together in service of God with love and with awe. I know, he wants to hear what I'm saying. When we chant the Sim Shalom in the Amidah, and we say that we want to bless God, kulanu ke'echad be'or panecha, all of us as one, in the light of your face, in the light of your countenance. Bringing our larger whole together is a core element of who we are as people as well. And something that I had noticed before but hadn't really thought about in this week is if you go through and you look at some of our Psalms, 150 Psalms, a pretty decent percentage are specifically attributed to the sons of Korach. We're told that Korach's sons didn't die. And you would think that maybe in a tradition that has had this level of a rebellion, we wouldn't want to have anything to do with people who were close to that rebellion. But not only do we not say, anyone connected to Korach, you're out, there are specific psalms, there are specific poems connecting with God, we're told, attributed to Korach's family, that we place as embedded within our liturgy, which to me highlights this concept of unity that much more. So there is this tension. It's present in our tradition. It's present within each of us. There are the parts of us as individuals that we want to be our own unique sovereign people in this world. And of course, we want to be part of something bigger than ourselves. So what I encourage you to think about this Shabbat is if you are someone who tends towards the former, if you are someone who more frequently thinks about yourself as in the realm of the rugged individualism, I'm making my own way in this world, this is about me, I encourage you to think, how can I bring myself into community, into relationship, into a sense of connection with the collective? And if you are someone who tends towards thinking of others more than you think about yourself, seeing only the collective rather than your unique holy self, maybe think about how you can differentiate and bring about your uniqueness in the world that much more, because both are important. And ultimately, the Netivot Shalom specifically mentions that one of the things that brings about ultimate unity in the world is Shabbat. And so within that dance of the individual and collective, I want to invite everyone to see that that tension is a part of a larger whole, a larger wrestling, a larger grappling with just what it means to be a person in the world, and to be able to rest and enjoy, and even as we hold that tension, to appreciate that we get to do it in community together. Shabbat Shalom.